Hello, folks. I regret to inform you that I will not be able to update games like this because Roblox is now going to make it where you have to scan your face and ID through Persona, which had a troubled history, just to make your game available to all ages. On top of the account status being good, which I have no problem with, and two-step verification, same thing, no problems there. It's just the verification stuff. Age verification, it's just a problem, genuinely speaking. Like, I don't know what to say about that, honestly. And yeah, the problem is now that I don't have any eligible people playing my game because they don't even know about my game. How do I even advertise it to those people? To say, hey, try to check out my game and see what you guys think. How am I going to say that when I am not even age checked and I don't trust Persona with anything on my life? Okay? I don't. How am I supposed to handle that, huh? Because I don't know. Hello, it's Fiji has said this, which he says that it's a good thing. Which, there's some upsides, but there's also some major downsides with that. Like, sure, it might reduce the spam in the inappropriate games. It might. But the problem is, if it doesn't, then that renders the whole thing completely useless and has to be replaced. And mind you, I am recording before the update would go officially live because I've already, mind you, gotten this ominous notification here saying check your eligibility status to publish public games. Oh boy, what the heck do we have here? Roblox pushing things earlier than announced, to the surprise of not even me, but whatever at this point. And again, this update is going to kill any drive for extremely small developers like myself, like who barely even has any people playing at all. And I'm probably going to be off of Roblox this year. This will be my last year of Roblox unless they do something about this update. That's all. That's all I gotta say. Because what's even the point in sticking around on a website that is actively stabbing developers in the back? What is the point? Tell me in the comment section, please. Tell me what's the point. And now there has been an update or two regarding this whole bonanza. You get public 16 plus, limited, and unplayable depending on whatever's even going on here. And you can view it on the Creator Hub website, and this will show up here. And a lot of other stuff. So I don't know what to say. This is gonna kill all my games as someone who's been trying to get people to play. And this goes for all games, not just like the new ones. All of them has to pass the bar, which is why I don't trust Roblox's wording. Saying, oh, it's just the new games that are gonna have to do this. Well, now you're gonna have to do all of them for the eligibility stuff, which is basically the nuclear option, what Creecrack have said here. And I don't know. My time on Roblox is nearing an end. Because what is the point? Why else should I essentially give up my biometric information just to uphold a game that's been on the platform for at least 5 years? Maybe even 10 in some instances. Nexus Avenger said all his games are essentially gone. Killed. Wiped off. And it's unfortunate. And he's not the only one. Mine is wiped off too, essentially. Speaking of stabbing developers in the back, we got Roblox's moderation continuing to go rogue late last week, with a game averaging 250,000 concurrent users being closed out of thin air, and this was alongside Flood Escape, My Restaurant, Strucid, and more have all randomly been closed that I addressed in the previous video. I mean, yikes. What's even going on anymore? And someone just said that it got privated. Okay, that's something. Like, very interesting thing going on. and apparently it's back up, according to someone. Like, let me find out if it's actually back up or not. And they were not lying. Slime RNG has in fact returned, which is great for them because all the enjoyers who still don't give a crap about Roblox absolutely bleeding the bed with all of its terrible updates, so to speak. And yeah, it's just absurd. But that's not even all, folks. No, not even close. We got Double Down, which is a donation game of sorts, being struck down on Sunday morning or even beforehand. That apparently, for some reason, it got struck down due to violating community standards for whatever reason. And we got somebody here said that we've gotten taken down like 10 times. Is always the same thing. False takedown. Roblox reviews it, reinstate it, another false takedown. And it's a vicious cycle. Roblox got to do something about this horrendous moderation that is automated and just false flags consistently over and over again. Like, at this point, there's got to be a manual review on some of these. You would think. Like, something manual done to prevent these false takedowns. That's just me, though. And someone just said, hope this ban lasts forever. Owner did something in the past that reveals personal information. Disgusting team of devs. Oh boy. Got some major beef down there, but I don't know. And now, folks, we've gotten ourselves an absolute cluster flip of absurd things going on with the faces absolutely crashing into the ground and beyond, because all the prices here just keep continuing to go down and down with no end in sight. Like, look at Super Happy Face. It was around, if I'm not mistaken, 300,000 or so. Now it's averaging around 100,000. And then there are people who are saying, oh, this update is not going to do anything. It's so exaggerated. Look what it has done. And Waffles Trade has posted something about this. Now look at this. Super Happy Face. Down to 100,000 from 300,000 initially. Playful Vampire. 140,000. Down to 48,000. Roughly 2/3 there. The Yum Face. From 900,000 down to 230,000, losing almost 75% of its value. And the Prankster, this face went from 220,000 down to 90,000, losing 59%. And those are just the examples. It has gotten much worse since the initial release of the Dynamic Heads update, and it'll continue to get worse. It literally will. Until Roblox reverts this crap. And, they don't give a crap. They never listen to us. Why should we continue to use their services when they don't listen to us, the people who play and build on this platform? Like, anyone with a literal brain could see this coming from a mile away. Drastically change the faces to not have it 1-to-1. And look what happens. Have the value crash by over half across the board for the most part. It's gotten insane. And Roblox has to listen to the community or they will lose even more people and therefore money and investors. I have no words. This is just absolutely horrific stuff. And now we got Roblox creators now being able to whitelist collaborators to bypass paid access games, which is well needed. And apparently this was requested way back in 2014, 12 years ago. Like, if a question has been asked 12 years ago, And it just got answered 12 years later. Then who knows what is happening anymore? Like, it takes multiple years for them to respond. Like, what? But hey, at least you can test games without buying them if you're allowed as a collaborator. So that's good, at least. That's probably the only good thing I brought up in this entire video, which is insane. But that is going to be all I have for this video, and if you guys like it, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Comment what you guys think in the description, comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.